Connors? Phil Connors, I thought that was you.
Hi, how you doing? Thanks for watching.
Hey. Now, don't you tell me you don't remember me, because I sure as heck fire remember you.
Not a chance.
Ned! Ryerson! Needle-nosed Ned the head. Come on, buddy. Case Western High. Ned Ryerson, I did the whistling belly button trick at the high school talent show. Bing! Ned Ryerson got the shingles real bad senior year, almost didn't graduate. Bing! Again! Ned Ryerson, I dated your sister Mary Pat a couple times till you told me not to.
22-minute podcast. 22-minute podcast. Don't want to take up much of your time. Just gonna read some headlines. Stuff.
Welcome to the 22-minute podcast. My name is Wes Sievertson. Today is, well, Friday. Woo! May 30th. Yeah, and I'm here with Mike Finley and James Fass.
Congratulations, y'all.
Yeah, congratulations. You made it. Not
I've been
everybody
waiting
made
for
it.
y'all. I've been waiting for y'all on this
Why don't you call a hospital and ask them if everybody made it till today?
Hi, did everybody make it?
Let me ask you, did anyone die? That's fantastic, actually. I didn't even... Wow. You just finished... Listen, I didn't even know how good of a bit I had until you just... Wow. Okay, I need that, actually. I need like just a meandering kind of shot where it's
Mike nailed that like a split hog.
right. It's like it's the morning. There's dew on the grass, and it's clearly at a hospital, and then just like like one nurse is taking over. Okay, sweetie, I'll see you. You get some rest. And then the phone just rings. Hello, this is Sacred Heart Hospital. Hi, did everyone make it?
I love the dew on the grass, too, though.
Well, so it's just,
There's sprinklers.
Listen, a hospital's a hard place, but sometimes it is a beautiful morning. You have to be able to, you got to stop and smell the roses. Listen, you're a nurse. You work hard. You clean up people's shit. You're here for society, and they don't thank you enough. And you know it. Yeah,
You got
sure.
a hard job.
Sure, you make a decent salary, but you earn it. And so you got to come to the same place every day sometimes. So you got to look out. You gotta go, gosh darn it. I know I'm in rural fucking Mississippi. And half the time I'm just telling people to stop eating so much fucking candy and chicken nuggets.
Your blood sugar's high.
Maybe cut back on the soda. You still think cigarettes are good for you? Yeah, it's common sense stuff. And it's frustrating. But sometimes it's beautiful.
Just love the way you're holding the mic and you're whispering and you're just painting such an elegant story.
I just criticized everyone in Mississippi, Mike. Whose side are you on?
Yours.
Oh, okay. I'm on Mississippi's side. Well, now we're just in a conundrum.
Well, it's okay. It's Woo Day.
What else, though?
What else?
We can just get to today if y'all want. Sorry. That was for me. I apologize. On this day in 1432, like anyone can even know that, after being charged with heresy and witchcraft. Dude, if only. Seriously, if we get to the point where that's something I can accomplish, I'll do it for you guys. Joan of Arc burns at the stake. She was crazy, dog. She had epilepsy. She was like, ooh, look at them angels. They're telling me.
I see the Lord and he tells me this stuff.
Or she was, well, maybe and/or. You know what I mean? It's not either. It could be both.
That Disney Plus show?
Ooh, it is a good show, dude.
It really is.
Honestly, like, just because it's sci-fi, it probably can't win every fucking Emmy that it should. And that's unfortunate. Well, and not even because it's sci-fi, because it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Child stuff. No, some of the most complex and interesting storylines and emotional depth within characters that I've seen on television. Well, since they used another fantasy source material. Well, Andor is not. There's no source material.
Right.
Anyway, just through that lens as well, the sci-fi or fantasy lens as well.
Well,
Anyway.
there is. There's plenty of books.
And honestly, they get a lot of time to really get into it. And you can leave behind the stuff you want to leave behind, and you can take what you want to take.
Well, that's what
There's
Joan
a
of
lot
Arc
of
did.
sand in those shows.
Yeah, what's with all this? I agree. You know what? It's probably just cheaper to film with sand.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot easier to... get sand in here than trees.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that's so funny.
I don't know.
It's a lot easier to get sand. I got a great sand
Listen,
guy.
I've got this scene. It's filmed in a forest with these luscious. It's just you look out and you try to move. You see one tree and you can't see past two tree lengths before you try to move to the side. You can't see past 4 tree lengths. It's just all trees. How about we just do sand?
Hey, listen, I love everything you're saying, but let's replace the jungle with sand, and we'll get a couple cacti.
We save time, we save money, and we don't have to build the trees.
I feel like it would be hard for them to find any forestation that they could film in anyway.
Yeah, well, that's why.
Taking it all out.
And
they're sending it to China.
They'll literally. yeah.
White penis.
Next thing you know, they're going to be like on a Hollywood studio in China. Like literally, that's what it's going to, No, that's why they
Chinese
go to
Warner Brothers.
They go to these weird like poor countries that are either in like Eastern Europe or like somewhere. And they're like, hey, we'll pay a little bit and you'll get a little bit of funding, and we just need to film in your like very natural forests and shit like that. What's the Revenant? They went all the way to like Hungary or something.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, I don't remember, but they went somewhere kind of obscure. Definitely not one of those places that.
I thought it was like the lowest point of South America or something like that.
Right. I don't know.
It was some crazy shit.
Yeah, it was. It was just like, why? You could literally probably have gone to a country that it didn't get that cold, and it would have looked the same. But he wanted that Oscar, and
Well,
I don't.
he got
And,
it.
well, and he really probably should have got it for The Aviator, and that's kind of the issue. Is that was like over a decade before that, I think. Yeah. You seen The Aviator?
No.
Very good.
Is it?
Very good. What'd you say, James?
I guess.
You seen it?
Yeah. How much can you watch a white guy piss into jars and grow his fingernails out?
A lot.
Oh, is that what he does? That's what.
I mean,
Howard Hughes.
it's certainly a minimization of the, of the full
Okay.
story and performance. Well, I don't know.
Some white guy spent $50 million to make a movie that sucked. And he went
Who did? Who
crazy.
was that? Who directed that?
I mean, who cares? He sucked. It sucked.
Oh, okay.
And he was white. Fuck him.
Yeah.
It wasn't. What's his fuck?
This is Martin Scorsese.
It was Scorsese. Okay.
So, I mean, I guess James knows better than Martin Scorsese, but that's fine.
Wasn't Kate Blanchett the best part of that? Or
Ooh, was she in that?
I mean, but it's hard to argue with that, yeah. I mean, she was in it, and it's hard to argue that she's not the best part.
Well, anything.
or was it
Kissing
the old
Kate is
Hollywood
in.
picture voice that they talk in?
Well, but, I mean, come on. She's doing a perfect fucking bobblehead. What's her name? I'm blanking on her name.
Amelia Earhart.
No, not Amelia Earhart. The actress, man, Hepburn. Not Audrey. Catherine.
Catherine.
Catherine Hepburn. Yeah. You ever seen On Golden Pond?
No.
You probably would not get all the way through it, and that's understandable. I, on the other hand, love boring movies about old people. And Catherine Hepburn's just like, dude, her head is just fucking like some of these scenes, like it's like her neck's gonna snap.
No, that's funny.
There's so much momentum on her head as she's talking. Anywho, what's happening today in history after Joan of Arc? Was she? You know what? I heard a rumor that someone wrote in some journal that she had magnificent teeth.
Ooh.
Yeah. But she was a virgin, so not
Right.
for you.
That-
But there's also a rumor that she was like the bastard child of some like French noble,
Ooh.
and so she was actually a plant. They were like, oh, we can use
Oh,
this.
Gotcha.
This
Not like photosynthesis, but like, no, we're gonna use you as.
sun's important. You need to get your daughter outside. Photosynthesis is key.
No, that's why I gave her Sunny Delight.
Oh, okay. We cut the middleman, right?
That's right.
She got a statue down in New Orleans.
Does she really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna
Did
go
the
see
French
that.
the French
It's
love
got
her?
graffiti on it.
When you go to New Orleans?
I think we're gonna take my grandmother when we go down in to Dallas in July.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, let me know how it is. Get out a little bit.
Yeah.
Remember as much as you can. I know it's New Orleans. You know what I mean? That's the theme.
I got Rick's. Have you ever been?
No, I've been to obviously like Shreveport and Lafayette a good handful of times, but never made my way into New Orleans.
I've been once.
Mike?
Went for Jazz Fest.
Right.
Like
Okay.
2009-ish, maybe.
New
Well,
Orleans.
I got a couple Rick's because me and my wife go down there like pretty
Nice.
much every year.
Well, send me a list because we'll be there for maybe a day or two. So.
It just
Should
sounds
get
like
my
a good
grandma
place
out,
to
you
get
know?
away.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
It's got its own history.
A lot of history.
It's got its own culture. They didn't.
Well, Joan of Arc, it's got history.
Some magnificent history apparently. It also
Titular history.
the roads are a little rough because they wanted to keep the drinking age at 18 a little bit longer, so they lost some federal funding.
Fun facts.
But then they thought they'd make up with it with gambling, and instead corruption takes over. And I don't know what it looks like. You'll have to let me know now. But whenever
Talking about Batman?
a little bit.
Okay.
What? Ooh, dude, I want a Batman who's like based in New Orleans.
that
Are
would
you
be
kidding
dope.
me?
Right. I bet it exists somewhere out there.
Yeah, and it's not Batman, right? It's like just a superhero.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
some sort
yeah.
of superhero. That sounds awesome. How do you base something out of New Orleans featuring magic without being racist and referencing voodoo?
I feel like voodoo's got to be
It's
an
like it
important
has
part
to
of
be a
that,
vampire bat.
See, right? Like you can't not
yeah,
do it.
right.
So then you just got to hire another guy to do that part of it because I don't know nothing about it.
Gonna need a lot of chickens.
I can do as much research as I can do as much research as I possibly can, but I'm gonna end up just like chopping as many chickens' heads off as possible. You know?
Why isn't this working?
This is how it
Hey,
works, right?
You don't have to keep doing that. You don't. We never
Bro,
told
it's like
you to
one
do
chicken
that.
a month. I promise. Like it's less than this. We just need to.
Stop killing chickens.
Yeah, like you should have called me way before this. This smells in here.
Don't forget there is a smell.
Right. Thank you, Mike.
God damn it.
We got to put that on a shirt. If that's about pee, y'all, I just need to remind you. On this day in 1911, the first Indianapolis 500 was run and won by Ray Huron in 6 hours and. What do you mean?
Dude, are you saying he put on the race and then he won it?
No, the first Indianapolis
saying he
500
drove in it?
was run like it started.
Oh, I see. Oh, the grammar there. I apologize. I just, I'm Ron Burgundy here. I just read it and I forgot it. I see what you're saying.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Yes. The first Indianapolis 500 happened, and it was won by the racer of the name Ray Huron. It 6 hours and 42 minutes. Wow, dude.
That's a long fucking race. Jesus.
Well,
That's from here to Memphis.
That's true. And in 1911, I mean, shit, dude. Like, they couldn't have been, honestly, like, what's the top speed? Can you Google what was the top speed of the first Indianapolis 500? And I'm going to guess, okay?
68.
Honestly, I'm saying 17 miles an hour. What's your guess, Mike, before you get the answer? Did you already get the answer?
No, I haven't. I got to do a little more digging. You said 17 miles an hour?
17.
17 in
1911.
Oh, 1911. Maybe 30, somewhere in the 30s.
Okay.
I'm guessing 68.
Okay. So in 1911, the first Indianapolis 500, horse and buggy was not long before that.
In 1911, the top speed recorded during the Indianapolis 500 was 74.6.
Whoa!
I win.
Oh, dude.
I win.
That's fucking fast.
I want to see those old cars hauling ass. I now want to be there. Fuck going back in time and seeing Jesus if I get a time machine. I want to see these like rubber tired motherfuckers. Just, I want to see that.
Jesus, with no windshield, just fucking. They got the goggles covered in fucking dirt.
I
6 hours, 42 minutes of that.
I just imagined in 1911 it was like you got in a car and the moment they took off you were like, what the fuck, y'all? Like, slow, whoa.
Was that a spaceship?
Yeah.
Those are the other guys?
Perfect. Was that him? That's awesome. You know what? Now I'm gonna Google like the earliest video I can find of these guys doing this because I seriously thought you were gonna tell me. Yeah, they got a ticket because they busted 15. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyhow, all right. Moving on. Excuse me.
Slow down. There's people that live 3 miles from here.
Yeah. Listen, we already put a sound ordinance on for the lawnmowers, and those are by hand. You're chopping too loud over there, Greg. On this day in 2012, Chuck Taylor, the former president of Charles Taylor, excuse me. I don't need to confuse you with like the owner of the. What is this about Liberia? Excuse me. Okay, the former president of Liberia, Charles Taylor, in the year 2012, was sentenced to 50 years in prison after being convicted of crimes against humanity and war crimes that were committed during the Sierra Leone Civil War. Now, I haven't Googled this. I haven't done a Wikipedia dive. I don't know the details, but I'm going to say bad. We don't support Charles Taylor.
Dick Cheney would never.
And if he did, we would vote for the other option because there's only two. There's only two. So we know Dick Cheney bad, so we just go.
It's a coin toss, baby.
Sorry, you couldn't see it, but I accidentally flipped off everybody. Okay, on this day in 2024, nothing happened because pieces of shit. You know what? I want to shout out Stormy Daniels. Thank you for taking the brunt of MAGA's criticism just because you wanted to tell the truth and let everybody know that Donald J. Trump is a philandering guy who said, I don't care if there's a smell. Put it right here. And she said, okay.
Well, you're paying me for it.
Yeah, you know. And I was in a short sequence in the film The 40-Year-Old Virgin. I was featured in the porn that Seth Rogen provided to said titular 40-year-old virgin, and I showed my titulars, and unquote, end quote, Stormy Daniels. Okay, let's go ahead. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dow on this day in music history. On this day in 1988, Bobby Dylan, Bobby D, he had already become a Christian, y'all. His 25th studio album, Down in the Groove. Is it Grove? Or is it actually in the groove?
Down in the Groove.
So he got to the late 80s and he said, puns. Let's just do it.
He did. That's true.
It's wild. He released a record a year since his start.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there definitely gets to a point where even if you spend a decade as like this like poet of the society or whatever, you also are like, well, I'm an established working musician and there's like an entire ecosystem around me of producers and other musicians and so yeah, you're just like, let's just keep working and let's write shit and let's put shit out and let's be on tour because you know what, I like going to Japan and buying those weird magazines that I then put in my bathroom. You know, for people to kind of whenever they
I
go
wonder
in.
what's in Bobby's bathroom.
And then they go in there and it's really well decorated and everything, but then you're like, well, what's on top of the toilet here? And you're like, well, this is like naked anime women. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't put it past Bob Dylan to have 1970s naked anime women on top of his toilet, would you?
Hentai, buddy.
Hentai, thank you. I knew there was a term, just not my thing, so I didn't know
My
the
favorite
term.
magazine.
Like if you are into hentai, endless, boundless kink.
No, it's bounded. There's like glue and stuff that holds those pages.
Not with AI, dog.
Stupid.
You can be like, I want 17. What? I want 17 big titty milfs. Just, you know what I mean?
Big titty milfs.
Yeah. Just they're all sewing. You know what I mean? And whatever you want them to be doing. I'm not saying I'm into. Well, there's the noises. I'm not saying I'm into that, James.
Okay.
I mean, if it was real life,
Big titty milfs.
show me the
song.
room. I'll walk in it. I'll let you know how I feel.
Well, speaking of big titty women, on this day in 1989,
Okay, well.
Dolly Parton's 29th studio album,
Crazy.
White Limousine, is released. I put this on there just because they're on their almost 30th fucking record.
That's what I'm saying. You just become a machine.
Yeah,
You become
just pumping
like,
them out.
well, especially with Dolly though. I mean, she doesn't.
becoming-
She doesn't write any.
Yeah.
I don't know when she stopped writing her own music, but she at some point stopped writing. Even the rock record she put out had a bunch of covers. She covered Collective Soul, dog.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Dolly.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
And then, whoa! You know, she kind of sounds old. You
Let your light shine
you can. You almost feel like
Lord.
you can hear her arm up, like kind of as she's singing, and that's how she keeps her energy up because she's old.
Uh-huh.
She maintains her buoyancy. With
Right.
this.
Man, seriously, I hope she really has refilled those with like air just to give her back.
Telling you. Fucking helium.
Right. So it even
That's a
propels
noble gas.
her forward. You know, that's what. Whenever I cleared the Hitler bunker with a fart right before he pressed the doomsday button, that's what I call a noble gas.
Nice.
Man, that took me a long time to get there, but you get what I mean. He was gonna hit like a nuke button, but I farted
Oh.
and he couldn't stay in the room.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll explain it again.
I don't
No,
want you to.
Well, now I really want to,
Okay.
but I will fight that urge.
It's your pod, dude.
On this day in 1995, the Batman Forever soundtrack flies off the shelf. It literally,
It's good.
literally everywhere that there were Virgin record stores, because it had, well, I mean, I don't know what you call this song. Just, hey, you know the '90s? Yeah, "Kiss from a Rose." You know what I mean? It's just, it's just
It's a staple.
yes. It.
I mean, it also had like The Damned on there, like Smash It Up Parts 1 and 2 were on there, and like a bunch of fucking songs were.
You remember when
No.
Godzilla said, "We need Jimmy Page"?
And then Sean Puff Daddy Rapist Combs was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I need to remix this.
Come
with me now.
Yeah, that's like the bad version of what "Kiss from a Rose" is an example of.
Kiss from a Rose fucking
So good.
rocks, dude.
So
I won't
good.
turn it off. Pops up,
You know,
popping up, and I'm singing it.
if you're telling me that if I practice my vocals enough, I could actually sing that song confidently, that'd be
Yes.
worth it.
Yes.
I don't know that it's possible, dude. That's pretty high register.
Practice, baby, practice.
I'm not Ed Helms from that movie that he sang it in.
Well, 30 years later, you might be able to be in a Mountain Dew commercial and your head could
Ooh.
be on a seal.
I wish, dude. I'd take it.
Weird.
It probably won't pay as much, though, in 30 years, but that's okay. What day are we on?
The 30th.
The 30th.
We got to say, 25 years ago today, Uncle Cracker drops his debut studio album,
Dude,
double wide, with his biggest selling single, "Follow Me and Everything
My
Is
mom
Alright."
loved that shit.
I'll be the one to kiss you in that night.
Oh, and on the same
And if you
2008, the Foot
wanna
Fish.
leave.
The Foot Fish Way, Danny McBride's first movie, and then it was later bought and then distributed by Will Ferrell.
Nice.
Let's get to some
Curious Sanchez.
birthdays. Real quick, what do we got? I mean, we got a lot of 72 Cole Meany. You know, you'd recognize. He's like a British guy. You'd recognize it from stuff. Stephen Tobolowsky, a Dallas local, turning
That's our
74.
boy.
Yeah, dude. He's fucking hilarious. What is it? Ned!
Oh, yeah. Ned Ryerson?
Ned Ryerson! Thank you. I forgot his last
I dated
name.
your sister until you asked me not to.
Until you told me not
But
to.
saying, watch that first step is a doozy.
Yeah. Scott, he's great. Okay, we got time for one more birthday. What do you want to do?
Whatever.
Oh, I heard she can't read. No, it's a different lady. Turning 54, Adina Menzel.
Oh, I love her.
She can read. It's someone else
Yeah.
I was thinking of. Bye.
She can sing, too.
She can. Double
Let it
bye.
go, y'all. Let it go.